For anyone visiting Kenya and even for the residents, the city of Mombasa is a must visit, a city that has made its name as one of the top tourist destinations across the world, hence the word Mombasa Raha. Unbeknown to many though, the city does boast a rich golfing culture, and as such, the Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing had to make a stop or two in the region.
Mombasa is an interesting tourist destination. It has a multiple of tourist attractions that guys can enjoy when they fly into Kenya. It's a very historical town as well. You know about the Port Jesus, the story of the Portuguese. It's a very long story, but very interesting. It's part of our legacy here. So we also have, apart from the Port Jesus, we have those elephant tusks on Moy Avenue in Mombasa, which are very historical as well. They talk to, the old slave trade and all that. But yes, as a tourism destination, Mombasa is like the epicenter of, the beach tourism. You come in here, you have very nice sandy beaches, white sandy beaches. You literally can see this, the granules of sand when you look into our water here. And we have famous beaches. Bamburi Beach, Pirate Beach, those are very nice spots that you can go have a nice swim. We also have deep sea fishing and diving. That's another sea attraction that our tourists enjoy when they come into Mombasa. The most common indigenous communities here are the Mijikenda, that is the Chonyis, Giriamas. That talks our demographics here. It's a very, very safe place to visit.
When many of us think of Mombasa, we think beaches, we think holiday time, but golf has brought a new twist to the mix. It has made golf tourism at the coast blend in with the normal traditional thinking of, Mombasa. And every time we have like a coast open for the ladies, the numbers are huge, huger than when you go to other regions like Central, Western, North Rift, South Rift. So yes, golf has brought a new twist to Mombasa as a destination, tourism destination, and also now golf tourism combined, a cocktail, a beautiful cocktail. I'm passionate about golf, so anything golf sells.
Playing golf in Mombasa is amazing because it gives you a totally different challenge. Mombasa is usually very windy, and the weather pattern in Mombasa varies. Sometimes it's super windy, the humidity, the heat, so it makes it very tough to play golf in Mombasa. Coasts in Mombasa, most of the coasts in Mombasa are next to the beach, which gives it a very good view, visibility. So it's beautiful to play golf in Mombasa. And everyone that plays golf in, let's say, Nairobi, normally wants to come and play golf in Mombasa.
So Mombasa, besides being a holiday or a tourism destination for many, Mombasa has the best golf courses in Kenya. And of course, all of us understand about the Bingo, PG accredited golf course. We have Nyali Golf Club, where we are today, which is really a proper championship golf course. And up and above that, Mombasa gives us an opportunity to play under conditions that we will play when we travel to the US, when we travel to the UK. In the sense that you're playing alongside very strong winds. And even this time it gave us even a surprise that we were playing within the range. We've never done that in Mombasa. Mombasa is always hot. In fact, somebody like me, I never had an umbrella in my golf bag. Why? Because I thought it's the usual Mombasa. So Mombasa, besides everything else, it's a golfing destination. Whichever side you go to in Mombasa, there is a golf course. And therefore, I believe stands out very well as we combine tourism together with golf.
SDT coming to Mombasa comes with a lot. Of course, the fact that SDT actually includes everyone who plays golf, it's amazing. See, we have juniors, we have ladies playing this tournament, we have professionals, we have some of the top amateurs. So it's a good thing. I would say it's a good thing, even for the economy of Mombasa at large, because more than 80 people came for this event in Africa. So it's amazing for Mombasa, Nyali especially, in terms of economy. So it's amazing.
Having the Sunshine Development Tour at the coast or in the various regions, it promotes the spirit of inclusivity. It promotes the regions by giving them visibility. It is contributing to the economies of those regions, and it's also a demonstration of the growth of golf in the country, especially for me. If women are involved, it's a plus for us.
So one thing I would say is that SDT gives us an opportunity and gives the guys of this region an opportunity to compete against the best in East Africa and even Central Africa, because we had guys who come all the way from Nigeria. So SDT coming on board and coming on this region, it has given one, the amateurs around this area, the elite amateurs, the professional around this area, a competing environment. Number two, it is that it exposes this area as a golfing destination. So if you're out there, somebody was visited, and in fact, we saw that today on the 18th green, when we were finishing the last group here, all the guys were here, they were watching the last group as it finishes. That camaraderie that comes in together. So when SDT brings an event like this here, it brings that socialization. Guys are able to move from the coastal region, from the southern region of the coast, coming down to this side to be able to watch golf. And up and above that, I would say it is an opportunity, of course, that of course we're having SDT being aired out on television, yeah, being aired out on DSTV. This exposes us as a nation. It exposes these guys here that we're able to host golf. Besides tourism, we can do better also in golf.
In our local dialect, any place with valleys and holes, we call it Nyali. So if you look at that, considering that our interesting cultural diversity in Kenya gives you a population that sometimes cannot differentiate between the R and the L, you easily get your Nyali from Nyali. If you look at this course, it has a bit of deep gorges. It has those Nyali kind of slopes. And that we tend to think, much as it's not documented, that could be easily the origin of this hole. We have a story that goes that the guys who visited asked the locals, hey guys, which place this? And they said this place is Nyali. And these guys wrote Nyali.
Just as Madoya dealt best with the difficult conditions on day one to finish atop the leaderboard after playing level par at the Nyali Golf and Country Club.
The second shot, we're not getting onto the greens, so you have to be a very good chipper around the course today for you to be able to score. Tomorrow, same way, I have to play management on this course. Not many drivers. 3-wood is working better on this course.
Greg Snow is a shot behind after 2 bogeys on the 12th and 16th, saw him finish on 1 over par, 72.
Course is a beast, blowing into the wind most of everything off the left. I thought I played decent, just made a few mistakes. I mean, I got into some momentum, like birdies then drop, birdie then drop. But in terms of that, yeah, it's a good start.
The foreign religion is well represented in Nyali with Celestine Sazuera and Sunday Olapade carding 3 over par and 4 over par respectively after a tough opening day.
I would say in last 3 holes I made some mistakes where I bogey 15, I double 16, and in that double I just broke my shot, which was a mistake. So I would say it's my own mistake, it's not about the course. Yeah.
Actually, I make a lot of mistake. You know, on number 16 I hit green for 2, then I make 3 putts. Then on number 17 I hit my t-shirt from the fairway into the tree, so I wanted to kill a little bit risk, but at the end of the day I messed up big time.
The phrase age ain't nothing but a number could not be more true than for the resident pro at the Nyali Golf and Country Club, Frederick Kamau. Now, the 62-year-old shot to fame on the opening day of the tournament when he led the tournament through the first 9.
I don't use my age as a factor, okay? I don't use it. And I feel happy because I'm indulging with guys I've trained into golf. Equally so, it makes me feel, I feel proud of myself basically, because I'm able to compete with them and almost beat them. You know, it just tells me I still have the, I still have something as an old man. Now, growing up in Nakuru, my father was the secretary of Nakuru Golf Club. 78, 79, or 79, somewhere there. He was the secretary of Nakuru Golf Club. And that time I was in Joro Boys. And one holiday I went by home, saw some clubs, so this has to hit this. Nobody had told me. I just deducted that this is to hit this. So I used to play with my neighbor across their fence to our compound to their compound. And one time, our gardener's son, because I lost a golf ball, I told him to stand by this hedge, a particular hedge I could not go over. When my ball comes there, tell me where it is. So we hit, crude as it was. He decided to go catch it before it got there. So I remember I hit him right on the nose here, and he fell down. And my father came and said, who hit him? And he says, it's Fred with a golf ball. How? I also broke windows trying to go over the house. And then I was told, my father told me, don't do it again. Don't hold these clubs and don't do anything. So that time I stopped. But obviously, cheekily, on my own, I could try to hit the golf ball to town because you could think it's going very far. This is the 70s, late 70s. When we moved to Nairobi in 1980, that's when I did my Form 4 on repeating, because I was expelled from the Boys. Is when after Form 4, that long holiday, my father took me for training in Railway Golf Club, Kenya Railway Golf Club. I was taught by one of the first Africans to play golf called Bob Marjan. He used to play during the colonial times. He was a Nubian and a good guy, and he taught me how to hit a golf ball. For like 2 months, I was on lessons from him, and I picked it up from then. Some of these things, I think they're just destined for you, because what made me choose golf as my first love, not an actual lady as a girlfriend. My girlfriend, I told her she's second to my golf. You see, this golf ball doesn't know anybody. Doesn't know a rich man, poor man, doesn't know anything. It's a challenge. It just shows your own personal challenges. It's not a place, I don't use it to hide or run away from something. I use it as a challenge. Why can't I attain this? Why can't I get this golf ball in that hole with the fewest? Or why can't I get this happen? And equally for my life. All the challenges, I take them on. It has taught me how to be humble. Because this golf ball doesn't know whether you're angry or you're happy. Okay? Why should I get angry when somebody comes and challenges me? I take that challenge positively. To me, it's my life. It's who I am. I interact with people, I meet people. I have met a lot of people through golf. It was an honor. I was the Kenya team coach for 4 years. Prior to the person who was coaching them before was my predecessor, Charles Farah. I took the team, as I said, because of those challenges, I challenged the teams I was always coaching to become better. I pushed them to excel to the best that they can. The Sunshine Development Tour also has a challenge. It is a fantastic thing. It's one of the things we have lacked, because if you look at what has happened, the golfing levels in Kenya and South Africa, we never had this exposure before. We were reliant on the Challenge Tour. The Challenge Tour is what you get to the DP Tour. Now it's no longer the Challenge Tour, it's the DP Tour. We became very dormant. It has rekindled a lot of golf, a lot of activities, a lot of enthusiasm. People now are interested. You see, this sport has its stages on you. When you're young, you get the junior golf. When you grow on, you come the challenges, okay? I will go on as long as I can, but what I'll do, what I know my plan is my thinking and planning, is I'll keep on teaching, because even most coaches, they get to a certain age. I'll keep on teaching. I'll still play to the level I can, God willing, no injuries. I want to go further to get people to understand golf course maintenance. I want to get people learning how to teach. To be able to compete at my age with these youngsters, okay? Or my fellow golfers who are way younger than me, and also outdo quite a number of them. It tells me that there's something they are lacking. That's what I take. I take it so. It means there's something that is not right for them. For me to be able, at my age, to compete with them and virtually outdo quite a number of them, it should be a challenge to them and find out. They should have question marks in them. How? What is it that Fred has or Fred has done? Why is that Fred is able to beat us? Well, being the club pro here, when I have the chance of playing, I do play minimum rounds. I play at least 5 rounds a week. 5 rounds a week. That way I walk at least 8 kilometers per round. That's my exercise. I've never gone to the gym in my life. I never managed. I have a fantastic family. My son is in campus. My daughter is going to campus. I have 3 children, 1 boy and 2 girls. Those are my challenges. Those are what that keep me going more so, because I have to keep them at par with whatever is in life. If you have nothing, you have no motivation, you have no goals, you have no dreams, basically. You'll just be nothing.
Joroge Kifogo and Celestine Sazuera showed their class on the second day of the Nyali leg of the Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing event on Tuesday. The pair both carded 3 under par 68 after both overcame early setbacks to force the performance of the day and move to the top 3. David Waku was Mr. Steady Eddie playing 1 under par, which saw him move to the top of the leaderboard after yet another controlled display.
Today went well. I hit the ball quite good. I hit it in all my spots. Putter was a lot better, and the conditions were a lot better than yesterday. We had a bit of sunlight today. Yesterday was a bit rainy. All in all, it was a good round.
Okay, what would I say my round today? I started struggling with the wind a bit, and I could manage to play 3 under, which was my game plan. First 2 birdies was good plan, but the bogey I got number 12. Yeah, I was a bit struggling with the putting. I 3-putted, which was not my plan, but I still take it. And the bogey I got number 15. Just missed my approach, which was not also my plan, but I will try and make it tomorrow.
And I think Celestine's a tremendous player. We're all good players. I think it comes down to whoever can hold their own.
Standing on the tee at 15, I hit a very, very good shot, of which it put me just to like 2 feet to the pin, almost like a hole-in-one. So I knew now I'm back on my grip. And then all of a sudden, I missed that part.
Throughout the 3 days of golf, one particular hole seemed to be a problem for most golfers. Hole number 12 at the Nyali Golf and Country Club seemed to cause problems upon problems on all the top ones.
Hole number 12 was the one which I double bogeyed, and the last one which I made some wrong decision, which was not needed. The hole 12 I doubled, which I overshot second shot, and I chip it badly, and I 3-putted, which was not good for me. That's where I cost my tournament for today.
Hole 12 is a tough hole. It's playing into the wind. I bogeyed it from the center of the fairway. That's personally why I wasn't too pleased. But it's just an awkward hole, especially it's a sucker flag. You want to be right of it, and then suddenly you're left of it and you have no shot. So it's a straight bogey. But yeah, I think that's why. It's just a sucker flag.
It's one of the shortest holes on the golf course, but it's played into the wind. So your tee shot really has to be good. If you decide to lay up to 150, your second shot is really tough because you still have a 7-iron in. So a lot of guys want to hit driver very close to the 100, but if you just miss the line a little bit, you're going to punch out back onto the fairway. So
And where the pins have been placed, you have to hit a good second shot to get close. And if you don't, the chip you have is very difficult. So being the shortest hole is still playing one of the hardest holes. You have to hit a good tee shot, good second shot, and putt well.
On number 12 has a wind across left right from the tee box, and also for your second shot. So the way I played it personally today, I hit a 3-wood to around 120 yards, but I had to hit like 160 yards to the green because the wind was howling. It was very hard to estimate. Even personally, I bogeyed because it couldn't help. I still remained short and 3-putted. So yeah, I think it was the toughest hole on the course today.
So hole number 12 is what we call in golfers language a dogleg left. So it means it's not a straight hole. It's a hole that is shaped like the leg of a dog, yeah, but to the left. And then the upside down of it is that there is a wind that is blowing completely opposite to what you expect it to blow. Yeah, so most of the time you would expect this wind will blow from the right to the left. But today, and even yesterday, it was blowing from left to the right. So I can tell you that hole has played really difficult for us, because then when you stand on the tee box, then you don't understand what to do, you know. At the end of the day, you come to what we call a slopy green. The green of 12 from the approach side all slopes from right to the left. That makes it even difficult. Even the guy who has won today, who has won this event, made a bogey on that hole because he wasn't able to go 2-1. He was way left, you know, inside and below the trees. So this is a challenging hole on this golf course. And I would say, Nyali being the way it is, so many other holes have a great challenge, a big challenge, but 12 stands out as number 1.
Njoroge Kefogowe is the winner of the Nyali leg of the Sunshine Development Tour East Africa Swing event after an action-packed final day on Wednesday. The 21-year-old overcame a 4-way battle to claim a 1-stroke victory with a total score of 2 over par 215 to register his second win of the series.
It feels good to win again for the second time on this tour. In the fashion that I did it, I'm very proud of it. And kudos to Celestine and David for putting up a good fight, and everyone who was in the mix. All in all, I'm just over the moon about it. I felt everything today, every single emotion, happy, angry, sad, but I didn't give up. Towards the end, my caddy Godfrey gave me a lot of motivation. He told me we're still in this, and when I found out the scores, I was like, okay, we can put up a good fight. But yeah, there were a lot of emotions during the whole round.
Celestine Sazuera went toe-to-toe with Njoroge, but a bogey on the 18th saw him finish joint second with Daniel Nduva on a total score of 3 over par.
From hole 18, from the tee, I thought I was 1 shot behind, which was not. Then I over aggressive, attacked the pin, went for birdie, which was not needed. I overshot. I would say I'm feeling better. The position I got today was the one, not the one I wanted, but I feel it and I take it. Just got disappointed by some holes, which I made mistakes, but positions is okay. I'm in top 5, which is fine.
Nduva was the only player to go under on the final round, posting 1 under par 70 for his best performance yet in the series.
I feel good, happy with my performance. Today I got off to a good start, started with a birdie on the first hole, got myself going. After 5 holes I was under par. And then I came to the back nine, I made some 2 good birdies, 11, 13 and 15, which got me back into the lead. But coming down the stretch, I kind of had a silly mistake on 17 that cost me a bogey, which cost me the first place. But all in all, I had a good week. I'm looking forward to Nyali.